Good afternoon, guys. I hope your day was amazing. Beautiful, beautiful fall day. Today's message is all about taking accountability for yourself. Who likes to do that? Who wants to admit that they're wrong and, oh man, I messed up, or oh man, I didn't do what I was supposed to do in this situation? A lot of times we like to portray perfection, or it doesn't even have to be perfection per se, but like we are all that, and we are. I do say so myself. But we like to put on this image, or this mask, as a friend of mine calls it, that we show to the world. And we got all of our stuff together. We have all of our stuff in place, and we are self-righteous, and we are positive, and that's not always the case. Sometimes we are dead wrong. And with being dead wrong sometimes comes admitting your faults, admitting your mistakes, or taking accountability for your actions, which again is not always the easiest thing to do, and a lot of people do not like to do it. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't do it. You know what I mean? Like, you should absolutely take accountability for yourself. I know, and using myself as an example, I used to take on other people's burdens and things. Like, I would apologize to people for things that they did to me, but that was just a reflection of where my self-esteem was at that time, and where my self-love was at that time, or just to keep the peace, or to, not create waves or something. I would kind of, it was me. It might have been me. I might have been wrong. That does not happen anymore. But sometimes people look for people who they deem as weaker, or easily to manipulate, or to influence, to do those things with. People will definitely be looking for people who they can put all their blame on, or who will coddle them in times of being wrong. And we all have them, because we're not perfect. We are made with flaws and imperfections, and that's okay, because God loves us, and He made us exactly how He saw fit. So to acknowledge your own wrongs, or acknowledge some weak spots, or different things that we need help with, it's not a weakness. It's actually a strength. It's a strength to be self-accountable. It's a strength to be apologetic at times when you are wrong, and that's just putting out certain energy to the universe as well. What we put out there, we definitely receive back. So when someone hurts you, or someone slights you, because this is life, and we will all be hurt or slighted at some point, to different degrees and different levels. So when someone does that to you, you would want that person to take accountability, or show some kind of remorse, or being apologetic. And we might not get that if we haven't put that out there. So there's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't mean less of self. It doesn't mean, lack of self. It doesn't mean that you are any less than you are. It kind of means the opposite. It means that you are more than maybe the next person who's not so willing and ready to be accountable for yourself. But even when we point the finger, if we point the finger at somebody, if I sit there and say, well, I did this because of who you are, and well, yeah, look at me, but look at you. How does looking at you help me? I tried to explain this to someone one time, and I don't think the message was necessarily received, but that's okay. When you call me out on the things that I have to do, and the things that I need to fix, what part of that goes back to you? Now, listen to my question. If I have to work on my patience, and my anger, and the way that I speak to people, and just, calling things out, but you have to work on your patience and your selfishness and whatever else that you have to work on. By telling me about myself and telling me the things that I need to work on, or harping on me by throwing your stones at my glass home, that doesn't fix you. So by the time we have recognized me and I have gone on to complete whatever it is that I need to complete, you are still who you are. And you are still in the same place that you are in. So with that being said, the only person that we are accountable for and responsible for is ourselves. And that's really the only person that we need to ever be calling out and talking about and worrying about what they're doing or how they're going to get there or whatever the case may be, because trust and believe God has got everything under control. And if he needs you to do something, he will let you know. If he needs you to call this person out, if he needs you to fix this person, trust me and believe you will be granted with such responsibility. You will also be granted with the tools that you need to do so. Other than that, worry about yourself, fix yourself, and heal yourself. We all have moments of healing. We all have moments of clarity. We should all have moments of clarity in this lifetime of who we are, getting to know self-recognition and all of that. With that being said, be honest with yourself. Look yourself dead in the eye, or even write a list of your pros and your cons, and nobody else has to see it. This is all for you. With that being said, get to work on them. We're all here to be the best version of ourselves that we can be. I can't do that if I'm focused on you and what you need to do. So again, don't take responsibility for others in the things that they need to work on, and don't let other people put their things onto you. This is my baggage. This is your baggage. You can have yours back. I'm gonna hold on to mine because it's mine, but you can have yours back. Give back the garbage and the baggage that is not yours. Hold on to yours, sort through it, work through it, and fix it. Keep God first. Love you guys. Hope that helps someone. Love yourself. Have a great day.